we're back again. This is our third episode. We're in March now.
Heyo.
Lots to talk about this month.
Yeah.
Pretty much anything we say has already been said about 100 times before, but we're going to say it anyway.
Yep.
I am your co-host, Jesse Chisholm, and with me,
JD Gonzalez.
as always.
As always.
I said that part because you didn't like that last time. Too bad. All right, let's get down to the one thing that everyone's talking about. And yes, we're going to talk about it because it has to do with a lot of the things we're going to talk about today. And it matters, you know. It's not pop culture necessarily, but it kind of affects pop culture, and it affects the whole world.
Yeah.
Coronavirus.
COVID-19.
It is a bummer.
The destroyer of worlds.
It is a destroyer of worlds. Someone at my work called it the boomer doomer, and that's not okay. That was pretty insensitive. But
it caught me off guard.
Yeah, I bet it did. Caught me off guard too. Let's get into it a little bit. Obviously, everyone knows the details already. Let's just kind of talk about what it means for us. How did it affect you?
Honestly, well, I have 2 jobs, and both jobs are donezo.
Both of them?
Yep. Yeah, so I am not an essential worker. I am not part of the high class society of essentialness.
Wow.
So yeah, today is what? The 28th of March. So I've been out of work for 2.5-ish weeks.
Wow.
Been doing nothing all day.
Yeah.
Just
you should get to work
myself
on some stuff.
I could.
You should.
But
Start making some logos and what have you.
Yeah, I should, but
probably you're not unemployed though, right?
No.
You haven't been, because a lot of people have been laid off, as it were.
Yeah.
Which is a super bummer.
Big bummer.
But you're not laid off. You'll still have that job once
hopefully
it comes back around.
Yeah. Fingers crossed. I mean, right now I'm considered on call. So if I get the call, then I'm working. If not, then I'm not working. So that's how it's affecting me personally. Other than that, I mean, yeah, it's just you going about your day and trying to fill that void.
Got a lot of time to catch up on video games and stuff.
Actually, I've been catching up on a lot of comic books.
Oh, that's good.
So I'm actually...
You're working down that big old pile in your room?
No, mine's like... My pile is about like this high.
That's nice.
It's like probably like 5 months of just back issues. That's
a lot of reading you should get done.
I know, yeah.
You have time now.
I do, yeah. And I've been reading at least... I try to put 3 issues down each day.
No, that's a lot.
So, and I don't like to blow through them. I like to take my time through each issue.
Right.
So each issue I try to give at least like half an hour. So just trying to look at all the art. Because before I started making comics, I would just like blow through all the art and just like wouldn't look at it. Then I realized this is somebody's like actual job.
Yeah. This is Roman's job.
Yeah, this is Roman. If you're watching this, you're a blessing and I love you.
And you changed his life because now he focuses more on the art. And
yeah, you changed my life because now I pay attention to the hidden details. Hey. I don't just blow through it and just look at the words like some uncivilized swine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways.
Uncultured.
Yeah, uncultured. Yeah. But anyways, it's just trying to stay busy, I guess. What about you? How has it been affecting you personally?
Man, it sucks.
Yeah, it does.
I work at a unnamed, because I don't want to get fired. I'm real glad that I got ahead of you because I didn't want you saying it. I work at an essential store. We got the toilet paper, the groceries and stuff like that. So I am on the team that unloads the trucks and stuff like that. I'm like the warehouse crew essentially.
You're not doing stock, are you?
I stock, yeah.
Okay.
We do it all. We come in early, do it all. And it sucks. That's all the trucks have doubled in size. It sucks. Yeah. It's so much more work. Like, it's March. I've been at this job for about 2 years. The last 2 Marches, a breeze. We'd get maybe 1,000-piece truck or something like that. Super simple. Now we're getting in 28s every single day, 2800s every single day. It sucks.
Mainly toilet paper?
A lot of toilet paper, a lot of groceries.
That makes sense.
Sometimes we just get stuff that we really don't need.
Like what?
We're getting a lot of Easter stuff and what have you. But like Easter's not gonna matter if this thing keeps
Easter's
up.
canceled this
Right,
year.
I think Easter's canceled. Coronavirus canceled Easter.
Sorry, Jesus.
Yeah, sorry, Jesus. But yeah, it sucks, but I'm making money, so that's good.
That's good.
I am very lucky to not be unemployed and stuff like that, like a lot of people are. I'm actually making $2 extra an hour.
Wow.
They chalked that up to hazard pay.
So is that going to go away once this goes away?
Yes. Yes, it will.
So
I think it lasts till like April,
make the
mid-April.
Coronavirus go longer.
Yeah, so I can get some more money, so I can go right back into comics.
That's right.
But yeah, that kind of sucks. And then like everything's closed.
Yeah.
Everything's closed. Yeah. We're about to get into one of our topics, which is Bloodshot. We watched the movie Bloodshot. We just watched it. Like just today,
minutes ago.
Yeah, and we couldn't go to the movie theater because all the movie theaters are closed, and I don't think the drive-ins are closed. No,
the drive-ins are still available. We have one. I know that there's only like 300 in the country, which is crazy that we have one, and I go there all the time.
What's yours? It's
the
nearest one to me is Santee, and that's far.
Oh, it's in Imperial Beach. It's called SoCal Drive-In or something like that.
Gotcha.
But I go there all the time. And that was like kind of my first thought when this all happened. I was like, oh, I'm just gonna go to the drive-in.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's just, it sucks. Like you can't even, if you do go anywhere, like you just see a bunch of people wearing masks and gloves, and it's just a bummer. Like I'm the only one that doesn't have a mask or a glove, and it's just like
you feel left out.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel
I'm working with all these people. I'm working while all these people are walking by with gloves and stuff, and I'm like, oh man.
Do you wear them? Do you wear gloves and masks?
I wear my normal work gloves, so I don't get my hands cut and stuff like that. We do not wear masks now. That would that'd make things kind of hard because we're working in trucks and stuff like that. We already have trouble breathing. Not that we have unsafe work conditions. I love my company. And I don't want to get fired. Undisclosed company.
They're going to send people in through the windows.
Yeah. They're going to come fire me.
SEAL Team 6.
SEAL Team 6. Yeah. So yeah, we didn't want to go to a drive-in because then we would have had to wait till it got dark, which is like 8 o'clock now.
Yeah.
And we would have been doing this really late. But luckily, all the movies that came out in March, I think it's just March, they got moved to like digital movies now, so it's
whatever.
So we were able to pay for it. We didn't pirate it or nothing. We were able to just watch that. And now that we've kind of had our fun talking about Corona, we'll get back to it obviously as more topics come up. Mm-hmm. Let's get into Bloodshot.
Bloodshot. It's honestly, let's give it score first, like we did with Sonic.
Okay.
So score.
Going back to high school, give it a grade.
I think. What did we give Sonic?
Well, we gave it different things. I gave it like a B plus. I think you gave it like a C.
High 70. I'd give this one like a mid 70, like 75.
75.
Yeah.
I'd say about the same. I'd say 70.
70.
I'd say a C minus.
C minus.
It was.
It was pretty.
It was okay.
Yeah,
that's and when at the end of it, you just go, it was okay.
Yeah,
you didn't hate it, but it didn't break the bank or nothing like that. It wasn't incredible.
Yeah, it didn't have any rewatchability.
No, that's probably the one and only time I will ever watch that movie.
It's a one and done type of thing.
Yeah,
which is kind of a bummer because I had high hopes for this movie. If you don't know, it is it's based on Valiant Comics character Bloodshot, obviously by the same name. And Valiant Comics is not one of the top two comic companies, DC, Marvel. It is, it's Valiant, and they actually, did you know this? This is something that I was going to say. Valiant has the third biggest superhero universe.
Really?
Other than Marvel and DC, it's number 3, which is crazy because, before this movie, nobody knew who Valiant was. Which is crazy. Yeah. And so that's why I think this was a big deal for me, or like that I had high hopes, because I wanted the smaller guys. I wanted, us to have a chance. And,
under the radar kind of people.
Yeah, exactly. And so, it's a big deal because it is a movie with a big name, Vin Diesel, attached to it, and it had big names, what was the villain guy's name?
Guy Pearce.
He's a big guy. And, other actors a part of it too, and so it's not like it's not a big deal. It's still a big deal. It just wasn't as good as we had hoped.
Yeah,
so.
It was just another meh kind of movie.
Yeah.
Kind of had some, I'd say, well, no, Thor 2 is pretty bad. Kind of had some Iron Man 2 feelings. You kind of walked out of that like, this is okay, but who cares? Which is a bummer, like we keep saying.
It wasn't bad. It wasn't a bad movie. It definitely had like those moments where it was like, oh, this is cool. Like it had like those action-packed moments where it was like it had cool shots and stuff like that. It just everything else was lackluster. Some of the lines were pretty cheesy and
predictable.
Predictable and stuff like that. But I mean, if you don't have anything else to do, So I mean,
what are you doing? You're sitting at home.
Yeah, might as well watch a movie.
We're all quarantined.
So I'm not saying don't watch it, but don't have high hopes. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So
watch it if it comes on. I don't know if I would spend $20 again on that movie.
Oh, was it $20?
It was $20 because it was the home theater streaming or whatever like that. So I purchased it.
Yeah. Wait, so you own it now, or
I own it? Yeah.
Oh, cool.
There's no option to rent it. I had to buy it.
You're not gonna watch it again. So.
Probably not. That's a shame.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Maybe in another couple years.
Like he said,
coronavirus hits.
Yeah, it's a shame. It hurts a lot because it came out during this time.
Yeah, it's true.
Where it's like nobody can go to the theaters, so nothing I can do. And the same thing with Disney's Onward, or was it Pixar? I think, or Disney. I'm not sure.
Disney Pixar.
Their Onward movie that had to go to the home streaming thing. A whole bunch of things had to go. You like that movie?
Yeah, I liked it.
I didn't get a chance to see it yet, but I want to see it. I like
Disney Pixar.
Well, no, I like Chris Pratt and
Tom Holland.
Yeah, Tom Holland.
Yeah, they had
That's a good combo.
Yeah, it was a good movie. It was a good brother movie. It was
good.
But we're not talking about.
Yeah, back to Bloodshot. What are some things you liked about it? Mm-hmm.
I liked.
Then we'll get into things we didn't like.
I think something that Sony is really good because it was published or made by Sony is their VFX. I think that the nanites and the blood whatever shots, like when he would get shot, like in the trailer, when he got shot in the face and the mist behind him,
the blood spewing out.
Yeah, it was really beautiful looking, like CG. And I think that's, again, something that Sony's really good at, because honestly, that type of effect, like the mist, it can go like one way or another, where it's just like you can tell, like, oh, that's CG, but it looked really good. I think that was really cool.
Pulled it off real well.
Yeah, I like the action. The action was really cool.
Mm-hmm.
What else did I like? I mean, that's pretty much it. I like those parts.
I'd say the plot line itself was pretty good. I liked it. I liked we're kind of spoilers, I guess. We're not even going to put up a spoiler warning this time, but spoilers. When it kind of starts off, he's already kind of a little further into the being used by this. What was it? RTS?
Yeah, RTS.
It's the Rising something Sun. Or something like that's what it is in the comics. It's the Rising something.
Yeah.
They're already kind of used him for a while now. Like this is like the 12th time they're using him to go kill somebody.
Yeah.
And you kind of start there, and you kind of, we kind of already knew what was coming. But if someone's watching it and they don't know what Valiant is, they don't know what Bloodshot is, it'd be a pretty cool experience to be like, oh wow, this is crazy. Like kind of piecing it together and stuff like that. It felt a lot like Memento.
I was going to bring that up.
It felt like, which is weird because Guy Pearce was the main character in Memento. What is that guy's name?
I don't know. I don't remember.
Lenny or something.
Yeah.
And, the plot is basically, it's the same in the comics. It's this super soldier that can't remember anything because he died.
Mm-hmm.
They gave him nanites and stuff. And so every time he wakes up, or they reset him and he wakes up, they're like, hey, this dude killed your wife. Go kill this guy. And he goes and he kills the dude, and they're like, awesome. And then like that dude that he just killed, that was one that they wanted dead. So now they reset him, and they're like, all right, wake him up again. All right, this guy, he killed your wife.
This
Go
guy
kill
killed
him.
your wife. And then this guy. It was all these people.
And essentially it's just them like crossing names off their list and having him go out and kill them,
Yeah.
do like the dirty work.
Yeah, it's pretty much the plot of
Yeah.
Memento.
Which, yeah, that's the cop uses Lenny or Larry
Yeah.
to kind of help him wrap up like drug lords and stuff like that.
It's been a
That
while
he
since I've
was.
seen the movie.
Yeah, it's a good movie. Real confusing.
I'll just watch Bloodshot again.
Yeah, there you go.
You
get the best of both worlds.
Yeah.
I in the last podcast I had mentioned that I would try my best to get into Bloodshot,
Mm-hmm.
which I did. I went on Valiant's website and I looked at their reading list because it's really cool. Yeah, what they do is they have like any character you want to get into, you click on it, and they'll bring up a reading list. They're like, here's the volume you need to start with, and then here's where you can continue.
That's super
if
cool.
you like it. It's super cool. Unfortunately, what I started reading, I started with I think it's Valiant, right? That's
The Valiant. Yeah.
The Valiant.
The Valiant.
Which is a 4-part volume or 4-issue volume.
Mm-hmm. Very good.
Super good.
Highly recommend it. Super good.
And then it continues with like Bloodshot, and then each Bloodshot I think has like a name or something like that. It's like the first one's Bloodshot Colorado. The next one's something else.
Yeah.
But that story kind of takes place after he's already beaten the Rising Sun,
RTS.
whatever they're called.
Yeah, RTS. Yeah. Whatever they're called.
So it's like he keeps talking about, like he knows that he has control of himself in this. Like we're supposed to already just know that he fought and beat these people way back in the past.
Okay.
And that was like the comic in the 90s. But yeah. But real good. One thing I wanted to say about getting volumes from anyone that's not DC or Marvel. So Marvel, you pay, or DC, right? I think I was getting Suicide Squad Volume 1. That was like $17-20 maybe.
Yeah.
Kind of high up there for about good 140 pages. Valiant, and then I also got some Spawn comic, or a Spawn volume. Wowzers.
How much was it?
The Valiant was about $6 for 150 pages.
No way.
And then Bloodshot Colorado, that was $5. No, I think I spent a little more because I wanted it in like perfect condition.
Pristine.
Yeah. So I think it was like $8.
No way. I'm pretty sure there's some Marvel and DC comics
that
like
cost that much when they come out. Yeah.
That's insane.
DC started putting out some of the stuff that's like $5 or $6 each. That's I think the Doomsday Clock.
Yeah, the Doomsday Clock was like $5 each.
Yeah.
And then I know there are some other ones.
And those are just like 20-page comics.
Yeah. Well, actually, Doomsday Clock was like 36 or something like that.
Fair enough. It's not 150.
That's not a volume yet.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
But yeah, if you want to get into these like different companies and stuff like that, if you want to kind of step outside of DC and Marvel, not that you should, because DC and Marvel are great, but if you want to kind of experience other companies, go right ahead. They're super cheap. Yeah. They're awesome. It's such good writing.
It is.
Again, The Valiant. Go check out The Valiant.
Yeah.
You can read The Valiant, and The Valiant's kind of about all the Valiant's
It's a good introduction to all their characters.
Yeah. So if you're just like, wow, I really like this guy, you just go start that guy's series. Yeah. It's great.
Super cool. I love all their characters. Just to name a few, just Exo Manowar, Ninjak, the Eternal Warrior.
That's the one guy I like the most.
Yeah, Bloodshot and all of them. They're all really cool characters.
Yeah.
You know, they're fairly new. They came out like in the 90s, and then they kind of went underground, and then now they're back. And so go and, read some comics. You know?
Yeah, they're still pumping out comics. Once a month maybe for each title,
something like that.
I know Bloodshot's still going.
Super good, super super good.
I highly recommend reading Bloodshot. The Colorado series I'm reading right now, at the end of the Valiant, spoilers, the geomancer lady, the magic lady, she takes away his nanites so he can be a human again. And so in Bloodshot Colorado, the first volume, he's a normal dude. And he goes and gets his nanites back. So, because essentially his nanites went to like different criminals and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And it's like driving these people, well, not criminals, but it's driving them insane, and they're like killing people with his powers.
Oh, really?
So he needs to go like hunt them down.
No, to find his nanites.
One moment. I should mention, I have a little bit of a cold. I called my doctor. I have it in writing that it is just a head cold.
If I die I want you all to know whose fault it was.
Well, I mean, I would die before you, wouldn't
Dad, no. Give all my money
to Roman.
To Roman. To continue the story.
Continue the story.
Crossbones. He can continue it however he wants.
That's fair.
And I want you to die.
I'm sorry. It's just a head cold. I don't have a fever. That's it.
You can never tell these days.
I mean, you can. You can get a thermometer. And you can call your doctor like I did.
No.
And I made sure I was safe. Anyway.
Back on track.
We talked about the comic for too long. I'm sorry. I just wanted to kind of share with you people what Bloodshot is,
who he was,
comic-wise, and then what he was in the movies and stuff like that. Let's get into stuff we don't like. I have something that I'm going to talk about for way too long because I'm angry about it. But you go first.
Let's skip that first. Back to the coronavirus and how much it sucks.
Yeah.
Diamond. I'm sure some people already know about this. It's kind of been headline news in the comic world. If you are following anything comics related, you know that this is already a thing. I don't necessarily know when it happened. It was like either last week. I think it was last week. But due to the coronavirus, the COVID-19 virus, Diamond, who is actually the only distributor of comic books,
right?
From DC, Marvel, I'm sure Valiant and Image and all those guys.
Yeah. Distribute towards the stores.
Yeah.
To any comic book store.
Distributor of comic books, not the physical books, to comic book stores, has stopped all distributing of all comic books. So Marvel, DC, all those guys, they're not distributing those comics anymore. Why does that suck? It sucks for the comic book stores. I mean, I know for these, comic book companies like DC and Marvel, they can take a hit like this. Hopefully at the end of this, there's still comic books. But for the comic book stores, this is a very big deal because this is their main source of income. Like, yes, they have back issues and, they have, stuff like figurines and stuff like that. But their main source of income is their new issues, the new comic books, and
every week.
And unfortunately, of course, they're not necessarily an essential business, but a lot of them have actually had to close their doors because of it, and it's a big deal because these comic book stores are like the life and blood of the comic book industry, and so for me, I go every week. To buy comic books, and again, I'm like 5 months behind, but I go every week and I buy comic books. So for the newest comic books that are coming out that week, I buy my pull of them, and so it's a big deal because I know people within the comic book store community, and I made friends with these people, and this is their livelihood, and that sucks. I know that other businesses have shut down because everything else. But it's a bigger deal for the comic book industry because comic books have never, or they used to be, but right now they're not as big as things like movies or whatever. Comic books are kind of like a dying media, and so for a hit like this, it could be like a killer blow, unfortunately. And so it's a big deal and it sucks. And so for what we can do, I don't know if your comic book store provides, like a mail service, go and do that, go and order your comics, from your local comic book store, and hopefully they have that service, but, find ways to where you can, go and support local businesses, local comic book businesses. When this all blows over, definitely go buy comic books from the comic book stores.
They're going to need it.
They're going to need it. They're going to have to recover from this.
Like a lot of them have to pay rent on these buildings. They have to pay rent, and their income for that rent of the building, which is super expensive, is the profit they make off the comics and stuff like that. So not only are they not getting new comics in, they had to close anyway because they're not an essential thing. They're not an essential business. So they closed down first, and then they still had like subscriptions and stuff like that. But then that's not coming in anymore either. So it's
Yeah, it sucks. And
it just sucks.
I know that there's digital. I've read some people who are like, "Oh, it's digital," but it's different, because this isn't. You're not giving, to this community that has always been there for us comic book readers, and it's such a big deal. I don't know. It's just a big deal to me because I know guys personally within the comic book store community, and it sucks. There's nothing that I can do. It's not like I can go and just walk in there like, hey guys, what's up? As I do every Wednesday, it sucks. Whatever. I don't know.
It's important. It's kind of how we relate it to our little comic world. Obviously, the corona affects everything.
Yeah, everything.
Everything, everyone, every country right now. Yeah. But this is how it kind of relates to the comic book world. That it's just kind of stopped.
Yeah.
Everything.
It's strange. It's weird.
Yeah. And if you're getting physical comics, sure, you're doing it so you can read them, but you're also doing it so you can collect them. You're not going to want digital, so to speak. If you want to read it super bad, then sure, but you want the actual comics. You want to actually go into a comic book store.
Yeah.
But you can't.
You can't.
And hopefully none of them close down after this.
No.
Hopefully the building rent and stuff like that. Hopefully they get some kind of leniency or something, because this is just, right now at least, it's a month of no profit.
Exactly. Yeah.
And it could be like 3 months of no profit. It could
like
keep going.
You never know,
And then that would absolutely shut them down, because they got to make all that money back the second they reopen.
Exactly.
And that's just kind of not possible.
No, it's not.
No one's going to, it's not going to, like, people aren't going to come rushing into the store the second they're able to.
Except for me. I mean,
it'll take a long time.
Yeah. And so, I mean, and this is like, it's weird because, like, in terms of new issues, I know that I think I saw that DC is putting out a few each week digitally, like as opposed to however many they're putting every week. I know it's weird because it's like, yeah, you can do it digitally, but I know that not everybody is a digital user, and so it's like, do you just put the whole putting out new comics every week on hold, or what do you do, like, as a big company like DC, Marvel, or any of the other guys? Like, do you just stop? Like, do you just stop making comics until this is over? Because and realistically, it's not like people who are like me, or like people who read comics. It's not necessarily because we're not making money either, and so it's like, I'm not going to be buying digital comics right now, because it's not.
You have no income.
Yeah, I don't have any money, so why would I buy comic books digitally? Number one, because I don't buy digital. Number two, I'm not getting an income, so why would I buy it?
Right.
So it's like, do we just are they going to put it on hold, or what's going on? It's just.
I'm sure they're seeing a massive dip in sales. Which sucks all around.
Yeah. With that being said, buy Crossbones on Comixology.
It's online.
It's online.
Indie Planet.
Just kidding. But yeah, it's definitely a sucky situation all around. Not just within the comic book industry, but within every industry. The movie industry. I know that all these movies are being paused, whether they're in development or they're being released soon. Like I know that Quiet Place 2 got indefinitely delayed, and
oh really?
Yeah, it was supposed to come out like 2 weeks ago.
I was gonna say, I felt like it already came out.
No, they like the first week that this quarantine, not quote unquote, I don't know why I did that, but the quarantine went in effect. That was like the same week that Quiet Place 2 was supposed to hit theaters, and then right away they're just like, we're not gonna release it, obviously, and so they indefinitely, like, they didn't even put a date on it, indefinitely delayed it. And so it's definitely weird, like, for times like this. And like I've seen events getting delayed or even just canceled altogether. Like, I know that the Emerald City Comic Con was I don't know if it was delayed or if it was canceled altogether.
And then Rocket Con got pushed back to August.
Rocket Con, which is a local convention here in San Diego. Hopefully, I'm hoping personally that all of this blows over, obviously, for good, but for my sake, for
your sake, this guy.
For me, I bought tickets to Comic-Con International. Hey, Hey, no, this is a big deal.
Yeah, it's a big deal.
It's a huge deal for me.
It's a big deal.
Because this is the first year that I got tickets. Mind you, I've lived here in San Diego my entire life.
Both of us have.
Both of us have lived here, but I got tickets and he did it.
Yeah. Thanks. Thanks.
It's not my fault.
Rubbing in a little. Some salt.
But this is the first year that I actually managed to get tickets to go. And it's the 1 year. I don't know. Maybe God hates me.
Karma's a bitch.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's what you get for not having me go with you.
That's...
We either both go or none of us goes.
But I'm hoping that this all dies down by, what is it, June, whenever.
That's when Comic-Con is. Yes. June.
Hopefully it dies before then, like tomorrow, next week. I don't know. Whenever, just make it go away.
Dies meaning hopefully they find a cure.
No,
and everyone gets better.
I want it to go away forever.
Going away forever, meaning hopefully a cure gets found and everyone gets better and nice and happy.
Scientists.
You're doing amazing work.
Great job. I love you so much.
Yes. Real heroes.
Can you speed it up?
No, shut up. You were so greedy.
I'm sorry.
Going back, we need to finish talking about stupid. Sorry, not stupid. Okay, Bloodshot. Okay.
70% Bloodshot.
70%. We need to talk about what we didn't like, and then we can finally move on.
Oh, okay.
Because we kind of cut off right there.
Did we?
Yes, we did.
We didn't
talk about we didn't talk about what we disliked about it.
Oh, okay. Disliked.
What did you dislike about it?
I disliked how cheesy it was.
Okay,
I disliked how predictable it was. Again, it was lackluster. Like just overall, meh. Like there wasn't really like a big bad. I mean, it was like the corporation, but it was like, there's not really a big be-all, end-all fight scene. It was just like, oh, I beat all the bad guys. Yeah. And now I'm done. And I can live my life. And into the sunset I go. Mm-hmm. And so, yeah, for me, that's what I mean by lackluster. It was just, oh, okay, I beat all the bad guys, and now I can move on with my life. That's what I disliked.
Fair enough.
I know that there was something specific that you disliked.
For me, it was the same things that you just said. It was just kind of meh, kind of cheesy.
Yeah.
Wasn't bad, but just kind of meh.
Yeah.
It's just plain old ending. Nothing special. Comedy was, wow. Trying way too hard with the, what's his name? Wiggins. Trying way too hard with that guy. I wanted to get into a bit of a rant here, everybody. So there's a character in this movie who, because
minor spoilers.
All the people in the company that have like
soldiers that are injured.
They're ex-soldiers that got injured and stuff like that, and they were rebuilt with robotics and stuff. Yeah. And obviously he was built with like nanites, so he got the best part.
Yeah.
But there was one soldier, don't remember his name.
Thank you for your service.
Tibbs.
Yes.
Tibbs. Tibbs was blinded, so his robot power was that he got cameras on his chest and I think like shoulders and stuff maybe, but couldn't see out of these eyes. Okay, couldn't see out of these eyes. They established this, okay? In like the first 30 minutes, they established he can't see out of these eyes. He sees out of little cameras right here. They show the camera feed, okay? They show the camera feed, okay?
All right.
For the rest of the movie, he's turning his head to look at everything. Somebody walks by, he goes, and looks at them. His cameras, they're still facing forward. Someone looks at him because they were like disappointed in him or something like that. And he goes, oh, and he hides his head down in shame because he doesn't want to see them. Cameras are right here, buddy. Cameras are right here.
Cover them.
Like, yeah. Turn your whole body. For the rest of the movie, every time you see him, he's always like looking around like this, going, I see him. There he is. Over there. He's using his eyes. The eyes he can't see out of. He's using the eyes he can't see out of.
It's weird that they put him on his body. Like,
why his body?
Why wouldn't you just put him
later on in the movie? I'll give them this. They give him like this cool helmet that's got like a bunch of like a 360 camera essentially.
Yeah,
that's cool. That's great. I'm so mad that he kept looking around.
They could have just given him the helmet the whole time.
Blind. Yeah. Okay, sorry. Had to get that out there. The entire movie when we're watching this together, I'm like, he just looked again. He used his eyes again. He used his eyes. Why is he turning his head to look at this person?
Maybe
Why is he turning just his head?
It was just a habit.
Just a habit. He's blind.
I don't know.
He's blind. Okay.
Thank you.
Overall,
service,
yeah. Thank you, Tibbs. Sorry, you. Never mind. That's spoilers. Never mind. Moving on to our next topic. Bloodshot. Good job. 70.
Man. 1 thumbs out of 2.
Yeah, 1 thumbs out of 2. It's better than no thumbs. Not as good as 2 thumbs.
There you go.
Moving in. We're going to start talking about comics.
Another rant that you...
No, I wouldn't count it as rant, but it's going to be a little bit of controvery, maybe.
Oh, boy.
And we'll get into that a little bit on why it's a maybe kind of controversy. Last month, we kind of talked about DC's comics. We talked about metal and stuff like that.
Metal, yes.
We actually talked about their comics rather than their movies.
Yeah.
This month, we're going to talk about something that Marvel is releasing.
Oh boy.
One of their new comics.
All right.
It's called The New Warriors. And I'm sure if you're watching this podcast, you already know about The New Warriors.
Yeah, it's been buzzing around the internet, the interwebs.
I asked you not to look into it. You unfortunately saw some of it, but that's okay. You didn't actually read about the characters themselves.
Well, as soon as I saw it, I try to shield my eyes.
So,
away from it.
Let's get into it. I'm going to go down the list.
Do you want me to pull up?
Yeah, go ahead and pull up the little... I'm having him pull up the
slide.
Slide.
The little slides?
Yeah, the slides. Put it in presentation mode. You'll move when I tell you to move. You'll go to the next slide when I tell you to move. So now you're on someone with a backpack, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Trailblazer.
We're going to go down the characters. There's 5 of them.
Okay.
I'm going to read off just kind of...
And we'll have images up.
Yeah. And we'll kind of go from the, whatever characters, the kind of more controversial, what people didn't like.
Alrighty.
So, Trailblazer.
Okay. She looks like a normal lady.
A regular kid scooped up into a world of teenage superheroing. Yeah, they're all kids.
Looks like she's an adult already.
Yeah, kind of. Her magic backpack is actually a pocket dimension with seemingly infinite space from which she can pull out useful or random objects. It's now always under her control.
Okay.
She claims she got her power from God, but not the God you're thinking of.
Okay.
That's all I read about
her. That reminds me of what was that movie that Disney put out about the superhero, the big inflatable guy?
Big Hero 6?
Big Hero 6. The little,
it was
Disney. The girl with the purse. She'll take things out and throw them at people. Yeah, wasn't that her power?
No, that was it was like the bag, chemically engineered, it shut out chemicals.
Never mind.
Because she was a chemist.
Oh, gotcha. Well, it's kind of like that, right? So she just pulls out anything?
Anything.
Okay.
I think.
All right.
I'll dip into this a little bit.
I like that. That's cool.
I'm sure this character, that theme has already been done, but from what I know it from is the Venture Brothers.
Okay.
In the Venture Brothers, and I always am trying to convince him to watch.
I've seen one episode of Venture Brothers.
Right, and you need to keep going.
Yes.
They have a character in there called Fat Chance, and he's this fat dude that's got a portal in his stomach, and he can pull out any random thing, and so it's a Fat Chance. It's like a fun little pun word, and eventually he becomes Fat Choice when he's able to actually control what he pulls out.
That's pretty funny.
That's great, right?
That's
and I feel
hilarious.
like this is kind of ripping that off, but not really, because I think this has been done in comics before Fat Chance came out.
I think I've seen that.
Right.
But
it's not hilarious. A new concept. It's a fine concept.
So can she choose what she pulls out?
It's like I said, it's random objects. It's either,
so she doesn't know what's going to
what I'm reading right now is from the actual Marvel website.
All right.
So these are not my opinions or anything, or I'm not reading what other people right.
This is
Marvel's website.
Yes. Okay.
Yes. But yeah, it could be useful. It could be random objects. Backpack. Yeah, that's cool.
I don't.
Looks like.
So is this? Are these are superheroes? This is a superhero team.
It's going to be kind of like a Teen Titans kind of group.
Okay. So,
which is
but
fine.
they're heroes. They're saving the day.
Yes.
Heroes.
They're trying to be heroes. Yes.
Okay.
Got you. Her thing kind of looks like that one character from Teen Titans.
Which one?
The cyber electric thing. He's like
that took over Cyborg's car.
Yeah.
Her
Whatever
backpack?
that thing. Yeah, that's what that looks like, except it's yellow.
It reminds me
blue.
of the alien from Ben 10.
Ben 10?
That took over, like, what was it? Like, he was like a slime, but he could control electronics, essentially.
I don't remember.
You don't remember that?
No, it's been way too long.
Yeah, no, it's been a while since I've seen that.
Go ahead and hit next.
Alrighty, so that's Trailblazer.
That's Trailblazer.
I don't know why that name is her name, but okay. B negative.
I like this one a lot. I think that is a super clever name. I like that a lot.
B negative.
So he's supposed to be kind of like a goth kid kind of deal.
But he's a vampire.
Because they're all kids.
Yes.
But B negative.
B negative. Like
so he's
the
being
blood type.
negative, but it's also the blood type. So it's a cool
hilarious.
double meaning.
I like that.
Again, I feel like that's something that Venture Brothers would have come up with.
Yeah.
But let's
I
only
like
talk
that.
about that
B
5 more times.
Negative. That's hilarious.
B negative.
I like that.
And the story is actually pretty cool. His story is pretty cool.
Is he actually a kid or is he like 2,000 years old?
A teen living vampire exposed to Michael Morbius's blood.
So he's okay, Morbius.
As a child in a rogue, but life-saving medical procedure. So essentially, it was like an illegal operation.
So he has Morbius's blood,
right? Which is cool because that's kind of tying the bigger universe together.
Yeah.
He still ages like a regular kid, but has the abilities of Morbius.
So he's a vampire.
Yeah, so he's a vampire.
Gotcha.
He's also obsessed with the music and attitude of the classic. Okay. Classic long past decades, like the 90s and the early 2000s.
Okay. Like
the
like
world is a vampire, and so am I.
The world is a vampire.
There's more to read, but the next line is B negative is a goth kid. Okay. So essentially, he's a goth kid. Yeah. He's got powers.
I feel like that's a little cliche, but I mean, it's cool. It's a cool concept. Right. I like it.
I just like the name B negative. That's very clever.
Yeah.
We'll move on.
The design's all right.
Good job with B negative.
B negative is cool.
I like that.
2 thumbs out of 2. Screen time.
Should be screen time. Yep. Let me scroll up to screen time.
He looks like the kid from Teen Titans, but all grown up.
Which kid? You talking about Gizmo?
Gizmo. He looks like Gizmo mixed with that eyeball guy.
Oh yeah. They were also they were part of the High Five.
Yeah, High Five.
Okay, so this is where it kind of dips a little bit into the
controversy.
Not controversy, but just
little
bad.
Okay,
just stupid.
All right.
If I'm just gonna go ahead and say it, just stupid.
Okay, so that's your opinion.
This is my opinion of this.
Okay, so before these characters, these Trailblazer and B negative are cool.
Trailblazer's
cool with you.
Yeah, Trailblazer's okay. B negative I like, especially just because of the Morbius aspect.
Okay. So screen time is stupid,
looks like a Jet Set Radio character, by the way. Looks straight out of Jet Set Radio.
I can see that.
So the first sentence that I'm going to open up with, Marvel's words, by the way. Let's see how you like this. A meme-obsessed super teen whose brain became connected to the internet after becoming exposed to his grandfather's experimental internet gas.
What?
Yeah, you like that?
Internet.
Yeah, nobody likes that.
What is that? How does that make sense?
Don't know. They're not going to answer. You're going to have to read the comic.
Internet gas.
Internet gas. His grandfather's experimental internet gas.
So he breathed in this
gas, yes.
No, hold on. Mm-hmm. He breathed in his grandpa's fart.
Yeah.
And he is connected to the internet.
Mm-hmm. And obsessed with memes.
So
that is the first 3 letters, a meme obsessed.
Okay.
Pretty
all right. I mean,
okay.
So wait. What is his superpower?
I'm getting into that.
He uses the internet?
I'm getting into that, yes. Now he can see augmented reality and real-time maps and can instantly Google any fact. There you go. Does this make him effectively a genius? He sure acts like it does.
So he can Google things. You know, that reminds me of that one movie coming out with Ryan Reynolds. Where he's like a video game. He's in a video game. What? Like he's an NPC, and then he puts on these goggles and he becomes like a player. You know, you never seen that movie?
No.
It's a really cool looking movie. I want to see it. Probably won't until this. Yeah, Ryan Reynolds, Deadpool, right?
Yeah, obviously. Yes, Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah, I forget what it's called.
It just seemed like an odd movie for him to be in.
He's essentially playing Deadpool in this movie.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
But that's what that reminds me of, with the augmented reality type thing.
Gotcha. Essentially, he can just Google any fact, which is kind of useless because anyone can do that with their phone.
It's true. And he has a map.
augmented reality and real-time maps. I'm thinking like, they need like to get into a building or something like that, and he can like instantly see the whole code of the building and what have you, and see the layout and stuff like that, which essentially lets him see through and stuff like that. That's how I would work with this character. I don't think that's what they're going to do with this character. Yeah. I think he's just going to be making like big Chungus memes and Pickle memes. Rick memes.
Oh gosh. I don't think they can quote Pickle Rick,
they
but
can do whatever they want. They're Marvel. They got the money for it.
Yeah, we'll see if they do that. Hopefully, I don't have to see this character again. So moving on.
Okay, we are going to move on.
Is it going to get progressively worse than this? Because
These are the last. This is the last two characters.
And I think these are the two characters that I accidentally saw.
I believe they're twins. Yes, they're twins.
I didn't look too much into.
These are the last two characters. This is where
move on to the next slide.
Yes, dips into a bit of controversy.
Alrighty. Okay. Snowflake and Safe Space.
So off the bat, what do you think of those names? Snowflake and Safe Space. I want your opinion.
I don't like it. Go ahead. I don't like it. I mean, I'm hoping it's... I don't know. I don't know what to feel.
Yeah?
I can't... I don't know what to say. Like, I don't know what's okay to say. They kind of remind me of Power Rangers. If That's Power fair. Rangers were very flamboyant, which they already are.
Yes. You're talking about just wearing their colors.
Yeah, they're the colors.
How, like the Power Rangers, even when they were out of costume,
yes,
the Red Ranger was still wearing a red t-shirt.
Yeah.
T-shirt. Well, okay. Now, I will say with these characters.
Okay, just read it. I don't know what to say. Just read what their bio says.
Okay.
I don't know.
I'll read what their bio says, then I'll get into their powers.
Okay.
Psychic twins. All twins are psychic, but we're psychicer. Psychicer.
More psychic.
Yeah. Whatever. Okay. Snowflake, a cryokinetic.
So she controls snow?
They control snow.
They
control snow. Sorry, I should have finished. They control snow.
Sorry.
Kind of, in a way. You don't have to apologize. You didn't know. This is kind of cool.
They are?
God damn it. They are a cryokinetic, which is a hard word to say.
Cryokinetic.
That's a real term, right?
Yeah.
Like it's
pyrokinetic.
Pyrokinesis,
yeah.
Pyrokinetic.
Yeah.
Cryokinetic. They're a cryokinetic that can materialize snowflake-shaped shurikens for throwing.
That's kind of cool.
That's clever. That works with the name. Snowflake, and they throw snowflakes.
Cool.
Super cool.
I like that.
Like it. Real basic power.
It's very cool.
And it's essentially just if you threw shurikens, but you had infinite shurikens.
Yeah. It's a snowflake. Okay, and Safe Space?
Safe Space.
Do they make...
You can say he with this one.
Okay. Does he make force fields?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Safe space, goodness gracious, can materialize pink force fields, but he can't inhabit them himself, which I think is pretty cool. The reflex only works when he's protecting others.
Okay.
Which I think is cool. So he can create force fields for
around
anyone.
Somebody else. Okay.
Right. But he himself is still vulnerable.
Okay.
So, if someone just walks up and smashes him in the face with a hammer, that force field then goes away.
Okay. All right.
It's kind of clever. It works on the team building aspect.
That's
and how he can protect them, but they also kind of have to protect him.
Yeah. Okay. That makes sense.
It's cool. It's a cool team building aspect.
Yeah.
Don't
like the designs. I will say that.
Yeah.
Don't like the designs. Very out there.
When you're looking at all the other characters, they're kind of
they're very different.
They
from
stand
the
out,
yeah.
which I think is the point. I will do my best to read all of this. The other ones I kind of skipped around with like powers and stuff like that. They're hyper wearables. They're probably streaming this.
Who?
The twins.
Oh, you're reading it.
Yes. Sorry. I was reading ahead on what I can read. Snowflake and Safe Space are twins. The writer says.
Okay.
Which I can't remember the writer's name. And their names are very similar to screen time. Mm-hmm. It's the idea that these terms get thrown around a lot on the internet, and they don't see it as derogatory. They take those words and kind of wear them as badges of honor. Okay, so like I said, Snowflake is non-binary.
Okay.
So they identify as they or them.
Yeah,
okay. Yeah. Totally fine if you want to do that. Okay. Mm-hmm. Sure. But I feel like calling them Snowflake and Safe Space, I think the idea was, like I just read, they're trying to own this, as a term. Uh-huh. I feel like, and I've been around on the internet, going around on all these, I'm trying to get everyone's opinion. Yeah. That's not the way to do it. That is a bad way to do it. That is, no one is happy with this.
I think it's
just insulting.
It is insulting. That's what I was going to say.
It's insulting them. And they're trying to...
Because it is, like, it's been used in a derogatory way.
Right.
Towards people who, towards people who lean that way, and it's not... I don't know. It just seems like a kick in the face where it's like...
Right. And so that's why I say it's maybe controversial, because people who identify as non-binary are getting insulted by this, which is the exact opposite of what the creator wanted. Right. The creator was hoping, like, they're going to be on my side. They're going to
rally behind me. Yeah.
I'm going to be their savior and stuff like that. Not so. Non-binary people are actually insulted by this. I've been going around Instagram and stuff like that, reading through comments and what have you.
Just trying to get everyone's opinion.
There's been a few, like, here and there. They're like, the first non-binary, blah, blah, blah. And they're
which is it's a big deal.
Yeah.
But this isn't
that's
kind of like a stain.
Yeah. I feel like you're just making that the character.
Hold on. You keep talking.
Okay. Hang on.
That reminded me of something. Go for it. Keep coughing.
Yep, there I go. I'm dying. I don't know what you're looking up, but I feel like it's insulting. I feel like it's the wrong way to do it. Like DC and Marvel, they already have a bunch of homosexual characters. Yes?
Yeah.
They're not going around calling them, like, their terrible names that they get called online.
Yeah, which we will not
That would
repeat.
be terrible, That's already, you can see that's a bad idea. So it's the same thing that applies in this. It's a bad idea. It's just insulting. It's just, you're trying to, like I said, he's just trying to get them to rally behind him. He's trying to be their savior when he's doing the exact opposite.
Yeah.
And it's just, I feel like he's just using them to profit himself.
Yeah, and that's exactly what it sounds like.
That's a terrible thing to do. As a writer, I feel like that's insulting to us as well, because he's just taking this thing like, it's super easy to write these characters in. I don't have to put any, I'm sure he put effort into it, but it just feels...
some sort of effort.
Yeah, it just feels cheap and lazy. And just like he wasn't thinking when he did this. Did you pull up what you wanted to pull up?
Let me see.
Yes or no? I can keep talking.
Not yet. Hold on. Keep talking. I'm trying to find it.
So, like I said, it's totally okay to have characters like this. But when it's like their main ploy, when it's like the main thing about them, it's just... It's lazy writing. Mm-hmm. And I probably shouldn't say this.
What's up?
But if that's all Marvel's got right now, as far as comics... Man, y'all should be reading some indie comics.
Just throwing that out there.
I'm just throwing that out there. Because, not to toot our own horn, but we got some pretty kick-ass comics.
We do.
With some kick-ass ideas.
It's true.
We got a cartel osteokinesis.
There you go.
Is it osteokinesis?
Yeah, osteokinesis.
We got a slasher Leatherface Punisher character going around.
It's burlap face, not leather face.
Well, that's what he used to describe it. Anyway. Or we also have a giant 7-foot tall Scotsman that's got the powers of Avatar going around.
It's true.
Go read about those. Or go read about any of these other stories right here.
These ones right there.
There's like a million others too.
Right there. There's literally a million.
There's like a million. Go check out some indie comics.
Yeah.
If that's what Marvel's got going on right now, then go check out some indie comics.
Okay, I pulled it
until they do better. All right, go ahead.
All right. That reminded me of...
The character. Snowflake or Safe Space?
What they were doing.
Trying to do?
It reminded me of... not the first. I thought it was the first gay DC character. It wasn't. It was one of the first gay DC characters.
Is it the Ray?
No.
Oh.
No. His name is Extraño. I'm not going too much into his powers or backstory or anything.
Fine.
You can look into that. But he was a gay man. However, he dies. And you want to guess how he dies?
Is it of AIDS?
Yes, but
Super AIDS?
Kind of. He gets bitten.
Oh.
Don't spoil it. He gets bitten.
Okay.
By an AIDS vampire.
Okay.
Named Hemogoblin.
Hemogoblin?
Which is an AIDS vampire.
Hemogoblin?
He got bitten by an AIDS vampire, literally, and he died. And that is exactly what that reminded me of, where it's like, they're like, oh, this is a great idea.
They're going to rally behind us. We're going to get their approval.
There we go. And it's just like that. That's exactly what the taste in my mouth, what it reminded me of. Where it's
gotcha.
Like, it's just like,
it's kind of cringy.
Yeah, it's just like,
you're trying too hard.
What made you think of that?
Yeah.
Why did you think that was okay?
And like we said, there's a whole bunch of homosexual characters. Though, like I just said, the Ray. The Ray is what's his powers?
The Ray? I don't remember.
I think it's just using beams of light and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But that character is homosexual.
Mm-hmm.
And you see, that's not his whole point. That's not his whole spiel. Mm-hmm. You know? Batwoman. Yeah, Batwoman.
Yeah.
That's not her whole spiel, is that she is a homosexual. She's
Batwoman.
Much more than that.
Yeah,
like that's just her life.
Mm-hmm.
She's an actual superheroine and stuff like that. And so
Apollo, and you got,
if you were calling her like Bat Gay or something like that, that would be stupid. That would be terrible. That would be such a terrible idea. Because that's not what she is. She's Batwoman. Who
is gay.
Yeah. Who just happened. Yeah. And yeah. So there's a right way to do it, and there's a wrong way to do it.
And there's that way to do it.
There's
and they chose
the
that
way we've been doing it, and then there's we're dipping back into, what was the word? What was the term?
Hemogoblin.
We're dipping back into that, which that must have been what, the 90s?
I don't know. I closed the tab and I don't want to look at it anymore.
But yes, so that was our juicy bit of controversy.
There you go.
Hopefully we didn't offend anyone.
I apologize if we did.
Yes.
And if we didn't, cool.
Awesome. Hopefully we offended the writer of these characters,
Hopefully
the creator of these characters.
People who enjoy things like Hemogoblin and all that
do better.
Garbage.
Do better.
It's 2020.
It's 2020.
Let's write better things.
Yeah.
Let's have a better imagination, because we are capable
everything's already
human
been
beings.
done before.
It's true.
But
yeah.
When you're trying to break the bank with like, no one's ever done this, don't do that.
It's true.
Anyway.
Anybody's never done what we're trying to do, but
Yeah.
we're by no means breaking the bank.
Yeah. What is our next topic?
Our next topic is...
Are we getting into the games? Oh, no. Let's get into the games. We'll save this for the end, because that was about us.
Okay. Right.
This month, March 20th.
Which, for some reason, this month has been going on forever, it feels like.
Right?
The longest month ever.
Gosh. March 20th, which, what the heck is today's date?
8 days ago.
8 days ago, which feels like forever ago.
Yep.
2 games came out, which was 2 very polar opposites, like different ends of the spectrum entirely.
Yep.
Animal Crossing and Doom
Eternal.
Doom Eternal, yes. And it's Animal Crossing New Horizons.
Yes.
We've both been playing Animal Crossing New Horizons. I think you've also been playing since the GameCube release.
Yes, I got the very first Animal Crossing back in, I don't know, 2001.
2001 or 2002, one
Something
of those
like
days.
That, yeah.
And so that it's been a part of our life since then.
Yep.
I think for me it was 4th grade, for you it was 5th. Somewhere around there.
Something like that.
But yeah, we love Animal Crossing. The game, great so far.
Fantastic.
I love it.
Love it, yeah.
It's kind of exactly what we needed in this,
especially right now.
Yeah, in this time that we're in, which is very strange, where everyone's at home.
Yeah.
Unless you have an essential
maybe they planned it.
Job or whatever. Yeah, maybe they planned it, Nintendo.
Yeah.
I don't know. But it's perfect time right now. It's so relaxing.
It's a good way to eat up a bunch of time, which I have now.
Yeah, that's like it's reading comics and Animal Crossing.
Yep.
All day for you.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah,
literally.
That's your life.
All
now.
I do.
Animal Crossing and comic books.
Eat, poop, Animal Crossing, and comic books.
What else do you need?
That's it.
Yeah.
That's all you need.
We won't get into too much of it because I'm sure we could talk about it for a long time.
That's all I've been doing.
Essentially, if you played the last games, you played this game.
It's fantastic.
But they've added a lot more to it.
A lot more new elements. I enjoy every little bit of it. If you haven't played it, go play it. But yeah.
And it's kind of like the old games now, where it kind of stepped up each time. Where now you're pretty much
it got better each time.
You're in charge.
Yeah.
In the last game, you were the mayor. In this game, you're not the mayor, but you're the island representative.
You're God.
Yeah, you essentially change the landscape. You decide where buildings go. Tom Nook has no power except for the money that you give him.
Exactly.
But yes, hang on.
I have not played any Doom games.
You have not.
I have none of them. And but you have, and you've played the last Doom.
I played Doom 2016, which is what everyone just refers to it as. The title is just Doom, but everyone calls it Doom 2016. Yeah.
And now you have new Doom Eternal.
Now I got Doom Eternal. Let me start off by saying, you should play Doom 2016. I
have no more storage.
It should be on sale right now, maybe.
Probably.
Fantastic game. That game was so much fun. Oh my gosh. Now, these games, at least to me, and I'm sure you guys out there, oh my gosh, this game is so easy. Both these games are so easy. I beat it in one day with, one hand, and I was blind.
You had cameras on your chest.
You had cameras on your chest. I'm sure for you it's easy. These games are challenging for me. In Doom, you cannot stand still.
Really?
Well, you can stand still if you want.
Okay. But
it's a death sentence, essentially.
Okay. Oh, because things keep coming.
Right.
Okay.
So, like, in video games, I'm used to, like, the tank character. So I walk in going super slow, but it's because I can take so much damage and stuff. Yeah. Too. So with Doom, you're just sprinting. You'll get into, like, this level, the doors close and stuff like that. There's platforms you can jump on. There's health. There's ammo scattered around. And you're just moving. Okay. You're constantly moving. Okay. You do not, if you stop, you're dead. Anyway.
Honestly, that was like kind of the opposite of what I thought it was. Because for me, I'm a big Dead Space fan. Mm-hmm. And with Dead Space, I thought it was like around the same thing because it's like space demons, right?
Well, the first game's in Mars, so yeah.
Okay. So for Dead Space, it's space zombies. And so I thought it was kind of like the same thing. With Dead Space, it's just like you're kind of like slowly, you don't want to die from a,
so you're being cautious and stuff. When you get into a fight,
all right, so it's nothing
you're
like
backing
that.
Up and stuff.
Yeah, nothing like that.
Gosh, no.
Okay.
You are constantly moving.
Alrighty.
You are just running around as fast as you can. And like for me, it's like I'll immediately develop a pattern.
Okay.
Where it's like I'll run, I go off the jump pad, I land, I run around, go under here, like do a zigzag, then I go off the jump pad again, and I just repeat that pattern while like shotgunning people each time.
Is it like zombies mode in Call of Duty? That's kind of what it sounds like to me.
Like, in a sense, but all the demons are different.
Okay, got you.
Like they're all got like their own thing, their own spiel.
All right.
That
sounds like fun.
Honestly, it's such a fun game. It's such a fun game.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, and that's the whole point. Is like 2016 Doom. It was such a fun game. Didn't care whatsoever about the story. They were trying to get me to care about the story, like in the dark days, the Doomslayer, and you're trying to find out what happened to this. He is the announcer's like in the dark days, blah blah blah. You're trying to figure out what happened to you, what happened to Mars, and stuff like that. Don't care. I just want to run around and kill demons. That's it, and that's all anyone wants to do. They don't really care too much about the plot.
Yeah, the lore.
It's all about killing demons.
Yeah.
So you walk in and like this new demon comes in. Yeah. And, it's supposed to be like this scary thing, like, oh no, it's a new demon kind of deal. But you're just looking at it like, oh man,
I'm gonna kill that thing.
Oh man, I wonder what the glory kill looks like on you. I wonder what the chainsaw kill looks like on you. Oh, I'm gonna find out.
Yeah.
And you do.
Yeah.
And that's just how you play the game. It's just
go around killing demons.
You just go around killing demons. You don't really care about the plot. It's just like at one point it's like, oh, you need to go shut off this tower so that you can go to this building, so that you can call this person, so that you can eventually kill this demon lord or something like that.
Yeah.
After a while, you just kind of forget what you're doing. You're just like, man, why am I in this room? Oh, demons are in this room. All right, that's why I'm in this room, because there's demons in this room. I got to kill the demons. Anyway.
Somebody has to.
That was Doom 2016. Yeah. Doom Eternal.
Okay.
They're trying a lot more. I have not beat it. No, okay. I am on the 3rd level. No, 4th now. And getting my ass handed to me.
Alrighty.
Constantly by one of the new enemies in this game. New demons. It's a whiplash.
Ooh.
It's like a snake thing. It's so fast.
From Iron Man 2?
No, shut up. It's like it's kind of like a snake, and then at the top it's like a human. Kind of, or not human, but like a demon.
Sounds gross.
They're super fast, and that's what sucks, because you're trying to be super fast yourself, and these things are as fast as you.
Okay.
So you're trying to like outrun them, and they're like, "No, you don't. I'm right up beside you. I'm gonna get you.
I'm gonna tickle you.
Yeah, I'm gonna rip out your throat." Oh gosh, darn! Hang on.
Again, should I just record my will and testament now? Mom, you get half. Dad, you get the other half.
I thought it was going to Roman.
Roman, you get all of it. Scratch everything I said before.
Screw you, Mom and Dad.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry. Getting back into it.
Okay.
They're trying a little harder with the plot this time.
The lore.
And I'm trying to care about it. Okay. I really am. I'm trying to care. The whole thing is I beat the last game. So when I start this game...
There's like new things that or you just didn't remember?
It just starts out of the blue.
Okay.
So, spoilers. In Doom 2016, at the very end, you get this like cool key thing. You meet this... You finally come face to face with the robot guy. You kill this lady and what have you, the spider lady. And the robot dude's like... He traps you in this like little tube, and he's just like... Things are bigger than you understand or something like that. And then this cool like key thing that he stole from you turns into a sword.
I seen that, yeah.
And that's like the thing of the new game.
Yeah.
And then he just kind of teleports you away. And
that's so you have the sword or he has the sword?
He has a sword.
Okay.
And he teleports you away.
And you're trying to get the sword.
Well, okay, so that's the thing. And that's the last thing you see. You get teleported away in Doom 2016.
Okay.
So I'm like, cool. I'm going to get teleported onto somebody's ship or something like that. I'm going to get teleported onto Earth. No idea.
Teleported into hell.
It's...
Space hell.
The game opens up. Doom Eternal opens up. Now I'm sure there's lore, but I don't want to go look up lore. Okay, I should have the information I had from beating the last game
until now. You should have
I should have everything.
Why
I need.
You're at where you need to be.
I should have no reason to go look for more things.
Yeah.
The game starts off and it's just like It's like you're in this huge space station thing.
Yeah.
No idea how you got there, and then like this AI dude's like, "Oh, dude, I located this demon priest for you." I'm like, "Well, it's a demon priest." And it's like, "All right, go kill the demon priest." I'm like, "I guess I'm killing the demon priest." Hopefully that gets explained. I get beamed down to where the demon priest lives. It's actually cool. He lives on this like giant wooden barge that's on top of a giant demon. So it just carries this barge around.
Yeah, that's cool.
And you walk into the room where the demon priest is, and you like grab him by the neck, and he's like, "Oh, it won't matter. It's pointless without the..." And then he holds up like this blue thing to the demon priest. And the demon priest is like, "Oh, no!" And then he like rips off his head. And I'm like, what is going on? I'm like, "Oh, don't worry. This will be explained soon. This is in the future. And then it's going to kind of go back." No. I'm just supposed to know. I'm supposed to know what the blue thing is. I'm supposed to know what the demon priests are. Then you eventually wind up finding the other two demon priests. But then this gigantic angel lady who you've seen on the cover and stuff like that, she's with them, and she's just like, "No, I'm going to protect them. You got to leave, Doom guy." And then he just leaves. And I'm like, what is happening? I'm trying so hard this time to care about the plot, but I'm so confused.
It's Bethesda.
It's Bethesda, and their lore is everywhere. But I'm trying so hard to care. But I can't.
Just don't.
And
just kill demons.
I just eventually started going back into like, I'm not even going to question it anymore. I'm just going to kill demons. I'm not even going to question where I'm going or why I'm doing it. I'm just going to kill demons. And so that's what I'm doing. I'm just killing demons.
Yeah.
I'm trying to care about the plot, but it's too late now. You've lost me.
Yep.
But other than plot, so far this game has been a solid, I'd say 8 out of 10.
Okay.
9 out of 10 maybe.
Animal Crossing, what do you give that?
I give that about 9 out of 10.
Same.
Not have fun, but I know eventually, with every Animal Crossing game,
you know you're going to get tired of it.
You know you're going to get to the point where you're just like, why am I doing this?
Yeah.
Like in every Animal Crossing, like in the last game, I was like, all right, I'm going to save up money, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, why am I saving up money? I'm just going to buy the upgrade, and then what am I going to do after I buy the upgrade? Nothing. I'm going to do nothing. And so eventually I'm just like, I'm going to stop playing. And I know that eventually it's going to happen for New Horizons, but hopefully that won't be for a while. I think they tried to space it out with the whole, like, you can't, reset the clock and stuff.
But you did.
Which I did. Yes, of course I did. When I found out that the museum was going to take 2 days, I'm like, hell no, I'm skipping ahead.
Uncivilized.
But
I'm waiting. I waited.
Holidays. Those are like event things now.
They're like DLC things.
They're like free DLC, which will keep you kind of coming back, which is
it's cool.
That's clever.
Yeah.
It's a way to kind of keep you tethered to it, and so you get bored a lot less quickly.
I've been taking it little by little, like playing, first couple days I played nonstop all day. But now, like, it's like almost, it's over a week now. I just play it for like, an hour or, a little bit more than an hour. Just play it for a little bit and put it away. But it's still, it has that replayability right now, and it's great. I love it. Yeah. It's relaxing. Just sit on the beach. And...
You know that you can play it at least for like an hour or two.
Yeah, it's great. Love that game. Yeah. But yeah, it was funny, like, to see before these two games released the memes. The memes. The great memes that came before that.
Isabel and Doom guy.
Because they were
Doom Slayer.
They were polar opposites, like you said before, and it was just fun because they had the same release date to see these two characters, and again, hopefully we'll find like a good enough meme to show right here. But it was I love that. That was my favorite part. It made me want to buy both games, but unfortunately I'm broke right now, so I only bought one.
Fair.
But it made me want to buy both games, just seeing them interact.
Get Doom 2016 first.
We'll see.
You're gonna be in for a real hell of a surprise when you start this game. And they add like double the amount of special demons.
Oh, I probably would play Doom 2016 first, but
great game.
We'll see. I don't know if I have any more storage.
But yeah, that's all we can really say about those games.
Yeah, they're fun.
They're fun. That's what came out this month, rather. Mm-hmm. What other than this thing is on our list?
That guy, and that's about it.
Oh, all right. Then we'll get into this. Save that for the end. So go ahead and get us started. March 6th through...
6th. Yeah.
6th through the 8th, I think.
Yes. March 6th through the 8th. So the beginning of this month, like the first week of this month, we went to our local con, San Diego Comic Fest.
Yes.
And that was our first con ever. Yeah. First con ever attending, as attendees and first booth. As a publisher, as a indie publisher, and it was amazing. Honestly, it was so fun. It blew my expectations out of the water. We met a lot of incredible local people and people who weren't even local. They just came and they had booths. But it was so much fun. It was great to meet new people, and it was funny because a week or two ago when I went to that a local comic book store, I ran into one of the people that we met.
Really?
Yeah.
Who'd you run into?
It was the Time Cheetah. The Time Cheetah.
Oh, okay, yeah. The brothers, right?
Yeah. I actually ran into one of the brothers over there, and so it was cool. It was so fun to meet these people and to relate to them, because other than Instagram and social media, we've never met people in person that are doing the same thing that we're doing, creating comics and publishing it, self-publishing it, and just having fun with it. Yeah. And that was the first time we've ever done that, is meeting these people in real life and, seeing their struggles and, what they're doing with their booths and with their comics. And, we bought, a bunch of indie comics while we were there. Mm-hmm. And honestly, I wish like when we were going there, cause it was like 3 days, mm-hmm. I didn't want it to end. Like I wished that we could do that forever, like every day.
Every day, just going to a convention, sitting at a booth, and trying to sell our comics.
Yeah, that's what I wish we could have done. Unfortunately, we had to snap back to reality. Yeah, but it was fantastic.
There goes gravity. What?
Shut up.
Sorry.
What were your thoughts?
So, like you said, we know a lot of creators. We do. We know a lot of other indie creators, but none of them were local. Yeah. Like they're from all parts of the world. Yeah. So meeting people that were from the same place we were, that was crazy. Yeah. Like actually standing face to face and like actually seeing other comics in person. Uh-huh. Not finding about on them or through them online, but actually being able to like pick it up and be like, yo, what's this? Like, what's this comic of yours? It seems super interesting.
Yeah.
That was cool. That was an unreal experience. We had so much fun doing that. I unfortunately cannot remember our friend's name who helped us get settled in, who was handing out like the badges and stuff. This is our badge, by the way.
Oh, I forgot mine. I don't remember his name.
I can't remember his name. Hopefully we can put that in later.
Yeah. It was a big help.
Super big help. Made us feel so comfortable being there. Like we were a little nervous and stuff, a little kind of panicking or what have you.
Yeah.
Put our minds at ease immediately.
Yeah.
And we were super grateful. We were super grateful for everyone because everyone kind of, I think it was only us. It was our first year.
Yeah, everyone else has been there before.
Yeah. Right. So everyone we were talking to kind of put us at ease. Just being like, hey man, it's okay. Like, it's you guys' first year. Don't even worry about it.
Yeah.
The person sitting next to us, I can see her card from here, Bat Cat.
Okay. Yeah. I'm blind, so I can't see that far.
Oh, okay. She was our neighbor. She was the booth right next to ours. She made me feel super calm. You were gone when this happened, but when we got there, we were freaking out because we saw everybody else. And everybody else was pulling wagons of stuff. Everyone else was setting up like these giant banners, building like these cool things to hang comics off of. And we had a head, this head right here, some comic books.
We'll show a picture of what we had.
Yeah.
Right here.
And we didn't really have any much. We essentially could carry everything in one trip.
Yeah.
And still have like a spare hand to get the door.
Yeah.
We didn't need a wagon or anything like that.
Just a couple boxes and bags.
And we were freaking out because it's like everyone's so much more prepared than we are.
These banners, pull-up banners.
Yeah.
And
everyone was so... And so I was sitting there, I was like, yeah, when we got here, we were freaking out about that. She's like, oh, no. Like, that's just like perspective-wise. Like, when I saw you guys pulling in, I was like, man, these guys, they have everything they need together. You know? They've got this together. They know what they need to bring. They're not like overcluttered or anything like that. They know what they're going to sell. They know what's going to sell and stuff like that. You guys were confident and you knew what you were doing. And I was feeling like I came over prepared. I brought too much stuff that I'm not going to sell enough of and blah, blah, blah. And it was just like, it was just a matter of perspective. Like she was looking at us like, oh man, I brought too much stuff. And we're looking at her like, oh my gosh, we didn't bring enough stuff. Yeah. So a lot of people were there to make us feel comfortable. Yeah. And that's like almost every episode so far. We keep saying the community.
The community.
The community, not the show. The community that we're a part of. This beautiful community.
Yeah.
They're always looking out. We're always looking out for each other. Mm-hmm. And it's I'm hoping next year that when we go there, I hope we meet someone that's their first year. And we're like, oh my gosh, dude, pull up a chair. Come here. Boy, do we have stuff to tell you. We were just as freaked out as you were.
Yep. Probably still will be next year.
Yeah, we probably will be. Yeah.
Yeah.
But we had so much fun.
Yeah.
So many amazing people that we met and so many amazing comics. And I wanted to buy like everything there.
I did too, yeah.
I wanted to buy everything there. It was like the first day I'd spent way too much money. I was like, I need to calm down. I need to slow down.
Yeah.
I spent too much money. I bought like a poster already. I bought like 3 comics. I need to slow down. Take it easy. I need these actual money. We need to make money on this trip.
Little did we know there would be a pandemic.
Yeah, little did we know there'd be a pandemic. We were still able, luckily.
Yeah.
We were still able to go. I think it happened.
It was like on the cusp of
when
it happened.
At like the perfect time where it didn't get canceled. Everyone was kind of calm. It was like literally I took time off from work to do this, and when I went back to work, suddenly all the toilet paper was gone. And I'm like, what's happening? What's going on?
The end of the world.
Like, everyone's freaking out there. I'm like, hang on. What's happening right now? And they're like, well, yeah, we don't have toilet paper anymore. And world's in chaos. And I was like, oh, well, at least I got to go to Comic Fest.
Because you didn't show up for work.
Yeah, that's probably
the world is spiraling because of you.
Too bad. If I had a chance, I'd do it again.
One thing that it was like discouraging at first, but it was something that kept happening and we had to deal with, and it was funny at the end of it, was people would come up to our booth.
Okay.
And it was funny. It was discouraging at first, but looking back, it's hilarious. You know, or people would walk up to your booth and they would do the glance, like, oh, let me peruse, like, oh, that's cool. And then just like, all right, let me just move on with my life. And then there would be the guys or the people that would come and just like look. And this was
Disgust.
more, yeah, it happened more than once where it was just like somebody would look at our booth and just like with pure hatred and disgust in their eyes, they would just like, ugh. Like they don't make that noise, but you could see it in their face.
And
they
were just
like
truly horrified with what we had displayed. I don't know what about it was.
I don't know. It was just, it was like every day it happened multiple times throughout the day. That happened. And it was just like, is it me? Like, is it my shirt? Like, is it my face? Is it the head? Like, oh my gosh. And then we would walk around the booth and we would just take a look at it. And it was like, it looks normal. It looks great.
Normal. What are they looking at that they're so horrified with?
And that happened multiple times.
Yeah.
And it would be funny, like, not that we would do it, but like when we would take our free time, we would just like not look in disgust. We would like do the same thing where we just like peruse somebody's table and then just automatically like look away because it was just like kind of awkward. Where it's like, I don't want to like I don't want to make you to feel like your stuff isn't good, but I also don't want you to feel like
I don't want you to feel like you have to talk to me,
exactly.
so to speak. Like, I'm just looking.
Yeah.
I'm just walking by and looking. So we were kind of doing the same thing that those people were doing.
Like looking and then just like,
cool.
Let me just move on with my life.
Like with us, though, we knew we would be back.
Yeah.
Like we knew we got up like 100 times to go look at other booths and stuff like that.
Exactly.
But
the hatred and disgust was not needed, all right?
We got to the point where every time one of us would go to the bathroom, when we were coming back, we'd pull that move where we'd be walking up looking at other people's booths and then we'd stop looking at our booth just to see how it feels. Just so we'd skip our booth looking over it.
Yeah, felt pretty good.
Felt pretty good to skip our own booth.
That's what we get.
Yeah. Real quick, shout out to my brother.
Oh yeah, it's great.
Thank you so much. I don't want to say his name in case he doesn't want that, but thank you so much, brother. Brother Chisholm.
Bro.
He showed up and was just
he was
constantly offering help.
Yeah,
he doesn't know this world at all.
Doesn't.
He felt very out of place, but at the same time he was like, let me get you guys lunch. Do any of you need to use the restroom? Do you want to go check out something? I'll help man the booth or something like that. He also kind of just provided like, the more he talked to us, it looked like he was interested. So like from other people's perspective, it looked like he was just this dude like looking at comics, looking interested in our booths. And then other people would walk up like, oh, what does he find that's so interesting?
He was our magnet for people.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, very big help.
Yeah,
it was cool because he actually would talk to customers.
Yeah,
and like people, I think he got a couple sales.
Oh yeah,
like so it was very helpful to have him there.
Yeah,
so
shout out,
thank you, brother.
One thing I did want to mention.
What?
We're not gonna say this individual's name, especially because I don't remember this individual's name.
There's one more thing I want to say after you're done.
Oh, after okay. We described this later as a power move. Someone came up to our booth.
Oh, okay.
We had our comic books on display.
Yeah.
And we had the variant cover of Crossbones 2. Now, for the variant cover of Crossbones 2, we took the colors out of the Crossbones logo.
Yeah.
Okay?
It's a variant.
Looks normal. Yeah, it's a variant. This man comes up,
put it up,
looks at our booth, and looks at the comic, and he stands at it, he starts squinting. And he starts kind of covering his eyes, and he steps back and squints. And I'm looking at him like, oh, and he's looking at me like, what's going on? So I start going like, oh, is there like a glare? Can you not? Because they're in packages. Yeah. So I'm like, oh, is there a glare? Can you not see? He's like
this.
Yeah, kind of. We'll eventually fix this, I promise. No, we won't. So I'm like, oh, is there a glare or something? He's like, no, it's not that there's a glare. And he kind of pauses and he's just like, I can't read it all that well. And he looks at both of us and he's just like, if I'm standing this far back, and he says 3 feet, if I'm standing 3 feet back and I can't properly read your title, you don't get a sale. And we just kind of look at each other like, okay, sure.
Mind you, that was our biggest seller, was the variant cover.
Yeah, it was the variant cover. Everyone was buying the variant cover.
Everyone bought that one, which is the one that he was criticizing.
That's what we sold the most of, was that variant cover.
Continue.
Then he goes, yeah, I know what I'm talking about. I used to publish stuff myself. And then he pulls out his card out of a wallet. He pulls out a card for himself and then tosses it on our table.
Doesn't hand it.
He tosses it on our table and goes like, yeah, check me out. Look me up. And he's like, I know what I'm talking about. And then he kind of talked a little bit about his own company and then walked away. And we just looked at each other like, did that really just happen?
Yeah.
Like,
what did your brother call it?
He called it the power move.
No, when like douchebags at a bar when they do this to women
when they make a woman feel ugly.
Yeah, when they make women feel ugly.
Like, man, ooh, you're not getting any dates, huh? Blah blah. Blah.
Yeah.
And you trash a woman, and you're like, hey, but you know what? I'd do you.
There's a specific name for that, though.
I don't recall the
Your brother
name.
called it that, and I was like, he just did that to us.
He just did that to us. I feel so violated.
Yeah.
What a piece of garbage. Yeah. Real power move, though.
Yeah.
Just, hey, your stuff garbage. You're not going to make a sale. Here's my card. Check me out, bitches. I'm out. I'm going to go talk to this person over here and criticize their work. And he did. He walked over to the booth across from us, and I see him tossing him a card. And I'm like, this guy bought a ticket to come in so that he could shit on everybody and be like, here's my card. Come check me out. I'm not going to go check you out. You shit on me. You garbage.
He has his own booth. He's just walking around.
He got his own booth. Yeah. He's garbage. He didn't even pay for a booth, and he's self-advertising.
There
was a few of that, but we won't get into those people.
No.
But yeah,
there was multiple people walking around advertising their own stuff.
Yeah.
Anyways.
It's like, buy a booth, person.
Yeah.
Anyways. That was just one of the bad things that kind of happened. Everything else,
great.
Community's great.
Phenomenal. Yeah.
Go ahead.
There was, speaking of the coronavirus, speaking of how this was like on the cusp of when this happened. Uh-huh. One time, and it was just like, I went to the bathroom because majority of the time we had to man the booth. Mm-hmm. So I ran over to the bathroom, which was on the other side of the building.
Right.
So very far away. I go to the bathroom. I open the door to this bathroom. I see a guy.
Oh, no. That's right.
I see a guy, and I could see the stalls. This guy walks out of the stall, and I'm opening the door, and he just walks out the door as soon as I open the door. And I see it all happen. Like, he opens the door to the stall. I hear the flush. He walks out. And I'm just like...
Were you getting the door for him?
No, I didn't. I was opening the door for myself, and I see it all happen. Like, it was like a slow-mo. Like, I saw it. And I see him walk back into... like the exhibitors hall where he would
pick up people,
pick up
things,
touch
shake
people,
hands with people,
and I just see it, and I'm just like, did that just happen? Like, and like in the back of my mind, I know that there's like on the other side of the world, I know that there's the coronavirus, and I'm like,
the numbers are running through your head. You're like, oh god, this is how it starts.
And I'm looking around.
This is how it starts. He's going to go touch someone's comic. He's going to do what everyone did to us, where they pick up our comic, go, and put it back down. Then somebody else is going to pick it up, and they're going to get the contagion that he's spreading with his poo fingers. And then they're going to pick up the comic and put it back down. And then now they've got it, and they're shaking hands with somebody else, and pretty soon the entire hall has it, and now I'm sick. Thank you, poo hands, man. Wash your damn hands. Takes 20 seconds. Happy birthday.
Like, it's how do you not wash your hands after you touch your butthole?
Yeah.
Like, you're essentially touching your butt.
At a convention, too. You're
around people.
Yeah. You're in this contained space. Like,
and it's like, he did it, like, out of confidence. Like, he's done this before many times.
It's no problem.
Like, this is no issue to him.
Like at his house, his bathroom is just a toilet. That's it. No sink, no nothing. Not even toilet paper.
There are no sinks in his house.
Yeah, there's no sinks whatsoever in his house. It's just normal living.
All toilets.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's
scum. Absolute
how
scum.
On earth do you just do that? And just go on with your life thinking that's okay?
It's not.
And so for the rest, I think that was on day 1 or 2. And so for the rest of the convention, I was looking around, like keeping an eye on him, like trying to see if I can recognize him. Like, oh,
so
God.
that way we can stay away.
Yeah, like, if
We
he
can
comes to
close
our
our
booth, like,
booth.
no, not you,
You
not
go
you,
away.
anybody but you.
I was
Get
gonna
outta
buy
here.
stuff.
Yeah.
Nope.
Nope.
Nope. I don't want your tainted money.
I don't care
Yeah.
how much stuff you're gonna buy.
You
Get
can
out of
buy
here.
everything.
I don't want to touch you. I
Yeah.
don't even want to look at you.
You disgust me.
I think I did see him a couple times after that.
Oh no.
Not near our booth or anything, just perusing around. I think I saw him around. But anyways, that was... I've remembered that. That's been ingrained in my mind ever since I've seen that. And so it's just... there are people like that just don't wash their hands.
Oh yeah.
Even if there isn't a pandemic, you need to wash
Wash your
hands.
damn hands.
You're disgusting. You freak.
We learned that when we were children.
He was older, too.
Yeah.
He was like in his 60s. He had gray hair.
Yeah.
You grew up not washing your hands after touching your butt.
Yeah.
Who are you?
And hopefully
A
you're
villain,
not raising
like-
children who they themselves don't wash their hands either. You're starting a generation of poo fingers. And you're terrible.
That's a true villain.
Yeah. That's
Forget
a super
Joker
villain.
and Darth Vader.
Poo
Poo
hands,
hands.
man. Poo hands, man. Batman's
hand.
greatest foe.
Poo hand man.
He throws him in a sink.
Coming to a comic near you.
Just smashes his head through a sink. Boom! Anyway.
Here at Covenant Comics, our new villain,
Yeah,
Poo hand man.
And we're going to throw him through a sink. We're absolutely doing
we have to
this.
do that.
Yes. It's ours. Don't take it. It's ours.
Trademark. March 28th, 2020. Poo hand man.
Poo hand
Trademark.
man, it's ours. Through a sink.
There you go. Moving on.
So in the last podcast, we talked about our expectations.
Yes.
If we'd reach them, if we'd come back disappointed, I'd say we came back overwhelmed. So happy.
Yeah. I think we made back the money that we paid for our booth.
Yeah, we did.
So that was I think
awesome.
that was the goal for me, is that I wanted to at least, not even just, I wanted to come near. I think that was my expectation.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to come near what we paid for it, but we passed it. And so that was
Paid
definitely,
off the booth.
Yeah, that was way above my expectations.
It was also cool because it's a small space. It's not like this huge
Not
convention.
a safe space.
It's shut your mouth. It's a nice small convention.
Yeah.
I keep doing things.
It was very relaxed. It was very relaxed.
Very relaxed. So it was small enough to where you can go and talk to people.
Yeah.
Where we had time to just walk up, and if another creator wasn't too busy with a customer or something, we could just go talk to them and make friends.
Yep.
And that's great because, like, at Comic-Con and stuff, you can't do that kind of stuff.
Just run on.
You gotta keep moving. That's
like
what I
Doom.
keep hearing. You just, like in Doom, you gotta keep running. You just have to keep. If you stop, you're dead.
I'm out of here. Next line.
Yeah. It was also cool. I did not think we would see cosplayers there.
We did see a couple. Yeah,
there was a great handful.
Yeah.
We saw. Let's see.
We saw Darth Vader.
Samurai
Darth Vader.
Samurai Darth Vader. That is his name.
Vader dude guy. Vader, something like that.
It's
Cool
like
Vader
that.
dude.
Cool Vader dude.
I think that's what it is.
Love that guy.
Yeah.
He does like fun runs and stuff like that. He's doing a virtual run right now because of the coronavirus. For autism, which is awesome.
Yeah. Saw Starfire from Teen Titans.
We did. That's right.
We saw
Robin
and
Loki.
That's what. Yeah.
Jason. We got Jason to take a picture with the burlap head.
Yeah. Voorhees. Jason Voorhees, and we saw Moon Knight.
We saw Moon Knight.
That was so cool. That was
probably the best.
Yeah.
Dolores
from Westworld.
Yeah, Westworld. I think a Superman or Superboy costume.
Superboy. Yeah, we saw. We saw little Deathstroke child. That was cool.
Deathstroke and Black Manta.
Yeah, little kids dressed as Black Manta and Deathstroke. So that was super
cool.
cool.
It was like made from like household objects.
Yeah,
like Black Manta's like pack on his back was like Gatorade bottles flipped upside down and painted. It was cool.
It looked really cool.
It was an amazing experience. So much fun.
Do it again.
Can't wait for next year.
Yep.
Can't wait for next year. We're
gonna be more prepared.
Since we got in this year, we are in for next year.
Yep.
We don't even have to freak out about it again.
Nope.
We're in.
We're in.
Assuming this pandemic calms down.
Hopefully.
Yeah, we're in, and I can't wait for next year. And we're gonna have so much more stuff next year.
Ether 1, Crossbones and Burlap issues, whatever. I don't know what we're gonna be on, but
and maybe some more stuff that we won't talk about right now.
Spoilers.
Keep your eyes out. Anyway, it's kind of winding down. We're good on time.
Okay.
Right now, we will say this will be our last topic for right now. Burlap.
Burlap is currently on Kickstarter. Right now. Right this second.
Right this second.
I don't care
what you're doing.
Yeah.
I don't care if you're not making money because of the pandemic.
Just stop what you're doing. Stop playing Animal Crossing.
Yeah. Stop playing
Doom Eternal. Stop watching Bloodshot on the streaming service.
None of you are watching Bloodshot.
I don't care. Stop. You need to support that guy.
This guy right
Burlap
here
is currently on Kickstarter for another, I don't know how,
days.
18 days.
We are at 52%.
We are at 52%. And we need your help. You, viewer, whoever you are.
The viewer.
You need to back Burlap on Kickstarter.
And a recent announcement, if you donate any amount of money from $2 to 100 and what's the
175
donate anywhere in between there or higher you will be featured in the Burlap comic in the future Burlap issues.
That's right.
Anything, if you just donate $2, just $2, you're in the comic.
Yep,
you'll be in the comic if you want to. Which, why wouldn't you want to?
You're going to be in it.
You're going to be in the comic.
I'll make you.
You're going to be in the comic. You might be, like, dying.
Hopefully.
Or you might be, like, a rapist.
Oh.
Hopefully not, though.
Hopefully not.
Hopefully not. But you will be in the comic. Like we've said about 1,000 times, it is such a great comic.
Wonderful.
We can say that because we didn't write it.
That's right.
We just get to read
Unbiased
it as it kind of
opinion. It is fantastic.
Worked on. Yeah. And
amazing.
We enjoy every single second of it. Mm-hmm. It's original. It's great. It's a masterpiece.
Magnifico.
Such a good comic. Beautiful. You should back it. I promise you'll like this comic. I promise you'll like this comic.
You better.
Everyone will love this comic.
Or else.
Go back it. But we will say that yes, obviously it sucks all around for the pandemic right now. But it sucks for us.
F in chat.
It sucks for us because the month we put... we put so much planning into this thing.
We did. We put a lot of planning.
And the day we released this thing, like 2 days later, the world shuts down. People are now out of jobs, not making money.
Yep.
It's some bad times.
Context,
some bad times.
We have the worst luck ever. Like, we just always get the short end of the stick every single time. And so I'm not really surprised that, a global pandemic will happen as, the second that we try to do anything good.
Such first world problems.
Yeah, you're right.
We're such weenies.
You're technically right.
True.
But just throw us a bone. Just
come on, universe.
For my sanity. Go back Burlap.
Yeah. Make this happen.
Make a young boy's dream come true.
Yeah. We don't know the young boy.
We'll find one. Don't tempt me.
He'll do it. He's crazy. He'll find a young boy. He's a psychopath.
He'll make that boy's dream come true.
Make that boy's dream come true. I swear to God. That was that's going to be taken out of context years down the line.
You're probably right.
I'm going to save that clip forever of you saying, I will find a young boy. But, and now I've just said it. So there you have it. We've kind of derailed here. Go back Burlap, please.
Back Burlap. Right
we
now.
can do this. We can totally do this. We can do this. Pandemic or not. And if we beat it, oh my gosh, if we beat it,
we win.
Despite the pandemic.
Don't let the coronavirus win.
Yeah.
You want to say screw you to the coronavirus?
Yeah.
Back Burlap.
Make it your bitch.
Exactly. Because, the coronavirus doesn't want Burlap to prevail.
Yeah.
So this is how you get back at it.
It's been ruining your birthday parties and stuff, your social outings.
Yeah.
Get back at this thing by backing Burlap.
That is right.
That's all we have to say on that matter.
I approve this message.
We have a bit derailed here. We got to talk about some fun stuff.
That we've sank into insanity.
Yeah.
Just a little.
I think there's nowhere to go but down from here. We had such a fun time. Thank you so much for joining us. This is Covenant Talk, episode 3. Forgot to say
the trilogy.
What the name of the show was the last episode, so now I'm saying it at the very end.
Covenant
when it's
Talk.
Pointless.
When everyone stopped listening.
Yeah, when everyone stopped listening about a good hour and 39 minutes ago.
Yep.
But thank you so much. Hopefully.
Come back next time. Or else.
Hopefully we're here next time. And we haven't died off. Or
one of us has to. Closed. With our luck, one of us has to.
One of us has to. Hopefully,
I do not call it.
By next time, hopefully we would have watched the new Black Widow movie coming out.
Hopefully,
unless the pandemic kind of pushes.
Screw you.
In which
COVID.
Case we're gonna have like nothing to
19.
talk about. But
Ether 1 is done, by the way.
Ether 1 is done. More on that next week. Next week. Gosh, I keep doing that.
Next month.
Next month, we'll talk more on that as it's like officially lettering and stuff like that is done. And maybe talks perhaps of a Kickstarter in the future.
It's happening.
When this whole thing dies
blows
out.
Over.
Anyway.
We've talked me of the
Shaun of the Dead.
Shaun of the Dead. Put that clip.
Don't put that clip.
Put the clip.
Put the clip.
Put the clip.
If you want, they redid all that. I don't know if you saw that.
I did see it.
Okay.
I was going to send it to you, but I forgot.
But yeah, we've talked for too long
Go
now.
to the Winchester.
We're derailing.
Wait till this thing blows over.
Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Jesse Chisholm.
I'm JD Gonzalez, and thank you for joining us at Covenant Talk.
Yeah!